Hi, and welcome to this space. If you've clicked on this video, that means that you are interested in the practice of going within, of self-mastery, of really being able to source your own information, your own intuition, your own discernment, accountability, and creative power from within yourself. So, welcome to this space. My name is Lorielle Harrison. I like to take really complicated concepts that some people take them and they overcomplicate them and make them sound confusing or challenging or requires a lot of effort to do, but I like to really try to simplify them because I find that the highest level of self-development and spiritual practices are often the ones that are like right under your nose. They're like the obvious thing that we all are like, oh yeah, I should probably do that, but we're not always applying what it is that we know would be in our best interest. So nevertheless, we're here, we're human, we're all working on this together and learning. And I would be super excited if you could share your perspectives on your own self-mastery practice and your own practice of going within. If you'd like to, please. I would love if you would interact with this content. Again, no judgment versus your perspectives. I love it when people are able to share because there can be so many different perspectives that I'm not looking at. There's angles that I'm not looking at. I'm always here and open to learning just as much as I am to teaching what I know. So let's get to it. Okay, so the practice of going within. And this is going to be an intuitive-led discussion because I don't really feel that it's something that I have to map out on paper. So as I am open to breaking down these concepts for you and sharing with you, again, this is just one way, one path, one perspective, and this is going to be an intuitive guidance. So if I was a brand new beginning self-development, spiritual self-mastery person, how would I practice going within? Well, the first thing I would need to know, which is, again, I get it. It sounds obvious. But the first thing that I would need is to develop a strong sense of myself. Now, that could seem super easy, right? How do you develop a strong sense of self? Well, in our everyday life, we can get so caught up and rushing and racing and trying to toxically compete with others and trying to judge others or seeking validation or doing all of these things that are putting our energy outward. And we're just expending it. We're just wasting it and spending and spending and spending more and more and more. So my very first suggestion is to get a strong relationship developed with yourself. So by self, I mean all of us have a consciousness that exists beyond our physical form. Now, it doesn't have to be a woo-woo concept. This is just my perspective and how I look at each individual human being has a consciousness that is infinite, is eternal, and it is our consciousness that exists outside of time, of limitation, of lack, of need, of struggle, of war, of battle, of peace, of everything. So this consciousness that we all have is expressed in the form of yourself. Now, I'm not trying to complicate things, but imagine this self. We'll call this self, imagine your consciousness or yourself that you're trying to go within and really develop that relationship with. It's just like having a relationship with your friend. But the thing is it's not external. So the way that how would you keep a good relationship with your friend? You would talk with your friend. You would hang out with your friend. You would spend time with your friend. You would listen to your friend. The same thing goes with ourselves. When we want to practice this practice of going within, it is vitally important to at least have it established that you have a self. and that this self, this consciousness that exists, this consciousness is not in judgment over you. It's not superior over you. It is you. And when you negate the self, when you cause division from the self, when you don't nurture that relationship, it's very easy for you to be influenced by external forces. Now, this is not a negative or a completely positive thing. Okay, we're all influenced by external forces all throughout every moment of our life. However, when you have a stronger sense of yourself, meaning you're able to internalize, go within yourself, or we'll just say, if that seems a little bit too advanced, you're able to sit in peace and quiet, and it doesn't have to take an hour or 3 hours. You don't have to have the perfect chakra alignment and the meditation music in the background. Those things help. But just showing up, just being present, just having the intention, I'm going to connect with myself, which is your unlimited consciousness. We'll, for the sake of this, to make it even more simpler, we'll call it your wise self. Okay? So you're connecting to your wise self. Everyone has one. It's infinite. It's unlimited. It is important to connect with your wise self because that's how you are able to get pure information. That is not bias. That is not judgmental. That is not going to tell you what you want to hear, but more so tells you what is most useful for you because it's you. So you don't have to chase down the next guru. You don't have to chase down the next coach, the next mentor, or whoever it is. You don't have to give your power away to any other being because all they're trying to do is help you to be able to source the information within yourself. Any great mentor, coach, is going to help you find the truth within yourself. It's going to be all paths leading back to this practice. And we can't avoid it. We cannot avoid the need to nurture and to sit and to spend quality time with ourselves. And it could be a couple minutes a day. You're just checking in. You're just breathing. You're just sitting. Just sit. You don't have to know how to meditate. Nope, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to connect to myself right now. To myself. What is that like? Wait, I don't even know what myself is. Wait, we just talked about this. Yourself. Yourself is your consciousness that exists outside of your limitation and lack, outside of judgment, outside of your ego, outside of everything else. It's just you being. So all you have to do is show up. Is to be present, is to hold the intention. I'm going to connect to myself. Let's do it right now. Okay. Close your eyes if it feels great. Don't leave them open if it feels better. And if you feel safe, if you feel relaxed, wherever you're at, close your eyes. So we'll do this practice together. Okay. And I'm just going to tell you what my wise self is having me do. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is quiet our mind. So we're going to focus on our breath. So as you're focusing on your breath, the intention is to breathe peacefully. That's all. And as you're breathing peacefully, or if you're having any sense of tension or hesitation, know that that's fine, that is okay. So we're working on just being. And it might sound ridiculously simple. It might sound like, what is she saying? This sounds so woo-woo. Have you tried it though? Are you willing to try it? Are you willing to just be? Not be on your phone, not scroll through your to-do list, not think about that, wonderful this, that, or the other. Just be. It's okay to just connect to yourself. Connecting to your breath. With no purpose other than to just be present with your breath. Holding the intention to connect to yourself. And as you're breathing into this space, my personal awareness is being brought to our heart center. Okay? So we're going to focus the intention on breathing in through the heart's center. And you could say, what does that mean? Just breathe through your chest. Okay? Breathe with your focused intention at your chest. Which makes sense because your lungs are there as well. So your lungs are going to be like, just think of them as gently hugging the heart or around that area, okay? We don't have to be super technical. It's okay to be casual. It's okay to not nitpick. Just be. Breathing in this space with your intention in your heart center of connecting to yourself. And you might hear a hilarious message. Like, about time. Or it might be like, yes. Or, oh, I'm so happy. Or nothing. You might just be in that space, and that's fine as well, okay? You don't have to do. So turn off your doer. Whatever is telling you, I have to do this right, I have to overthink. Turn it off. Just be. This is how we can start to begin to go within. If you can't even sit with yourself for a couple of minutes of breathing, it's going to be challenging to get information and to further build. We got to start at the foundation level, understanding you know that you have a self, connecting with that self. And when it feels right, if your eyes are closed, open your eyes. Thank yourself. And know that you're going to return to this practice. Noticing that I said, thank yourself. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for trying. Thank you for being willing to do something new, or perhaps to return to something that you have done before in the past. Let's see if it's any different. Maybe do this every day. And it does not have to be something that is extremely time consuming. It doesn't have to be something that you're overdoing and you're efforting. No, it's actually the opposite of that. It's bringing you back to the present moment. So you're not distracted and racing and doing all these other things, but getting back to your calm center and being and having the intention of just connecting to yourself. And look what you were able to do. Look what you were able to do. And you're able to complete these practices very easily. And it might seem super simple. And you could say, isn't there something else to it? Yeah, there is. But we have to be willing to start with the self first. Or what's going to happen is when you're going within, you're going to be connecting to all this external, I call it like energetic garbage or pollution. You're going to be connecting to all of this other energies around you, all of these other projections from other people, other systems, other constructs, and it's going to get confusing. So we have to be willing to start at the foundation, connecting with yourself. I hope that this brought you a little bit of joy, excitement, peace, or what have you. And if it brought you frustration, that is okay too. That's just telling you that you have a very strong sense of self-judgment, okay? And that is okay too. And that's something that we can work on for sure within the next video. Because that's coming up right now, that's what's going to be the next video that's going to be a part of this series. I'm going to make a couple of very small entry level teachings to help everyone who is interested in this practice of going within, because we're going to be working on that basic foundation that we can build on. And then you're going to be off racing around and enjoying the practice. So if you enjoyed this, check out the next video. That's going to be all about silencing that inner judgment, that inner critic, that one that tells you you're not doing it right, you're not doing enough, you have to do it more, you have to do it better, so-and-so does it better, okay? That's the self-saboteur. We're going to be talking about that in the next video, how to quiet that noise so that you can turn up the volume of your wise self, that you can listen to yourself and be able to extract all of those little wonderful golden nuggets of wisdom. So I will see you in the next video. Again, my name is Lorielle Harrison. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be willing to leave a comment if you enjoyed this experience, or even if it was frustrating. Let me know in the comments so that we can work it out together. Know that I will be reading the comments within this section, and that your feedback helps me to make better videos in the future. If you found this obnoxiously boring, that's great. Just click on to the next video because you might want to find out what's in store. All right, bye. Bye for now.